For me, to be honest with you, amputation was not my favorite operation. Not because amputation is bad, no. Because I was shocked, I was a bit stressed by two of my patients who was amputated by me, by the way. At that time, we hoped that the prosthesis will be given. We were relying on other people, other organizations. Unfortunately, after the amputation of those two children, I thought that they will get the prosthesis on time, but they ended up not having the prosthesis. When I saw that child playing with her peers, using the stump down, I almost cried. So I've made the length discrepancy much bigger and completely imbalanced.
Wakamba bantu wangaleko kamba. Wakamba. Awe nangu wanakamba. Akuti ndonkhala na chilema ningachitaye chapi. Nikozo chitaye. Awe natu ndonkhala na chilema. Ninakonda kuti ni mwana wakazanthandiza kusogolo.
Astridah lives in the eastern part of Zambia, and it's not just even like close to town. She lives deep in the farms. They did go to various hospitals trying to look for help for her, and there was just no one who knew what the solution was.
Yankazikika. Matiashiatu. Awe jiminanga. Jiminangita. Matapamanzi.
Astridah came with what we call pseudarthrosis. It's whereby the bone quality doesn't allow it to unite with the other part of the same bone. And then that part becomes very soft. All the time it breaks. If I amputate Astridah, they will not make any change. So what is the need to amputate and the patient continue having crutches to walk with? So that's why for 3 years, I just tried everything without thinking about amputation.
Prosthetics in Zambia, it has been there for some time, but we have limited facilities which offer these services. Apart from limited facilities, we also have limited personnel, that is, trained people in prosthetics, orthotics.
But now, what made me to change, we are assured now that we have our own workshop. The coming of the prosthesis and orthosis workshop for me is a life-changing addition in our services. So we try to match the timing of amputation, the timing of healing, and the timing of prosthesis.
She felt cut out from her friends because she couldn't play with her friends. Because initially when we met the mother was like, she really loves football, but she can't play football because of how her leg is.
She was just too quiet. I used to take ministry to her, right on the children's ward, just bedside. Yeah, engaged her into an activity, making bracelets. And from that activity, I think she started opening up.
Even now that she will get the prosthesis, she's not believing that she can walk and she can be accepted.
Some of the struggles that I could see personally was to accept the amputation process. It was really hard for her.
And I feel like some fear of the unknown also played a role in that, because it was like, if this is all I've always known, why do you want to cut my leg?
She had been sent to physio to ambulate, and because she had some phantom pain. So she came in very quiet, and she stood by the mirror and saw herself without a leg for the first time, and she broke down.
So I did operation in 1 week. Ngepatin na choka lomba, pita kunyumba kunja. Ngepatin machitoenda lomba suka chironda, yendo suka chironda, paka nachinafika chapola yuma.
When they come here, the first thing we do is measurements. We use POP bandages, that's plaster of Paris, to get the shape of the stump. Here we are mainly using the polypropylene plastic, where we have to heat it so that when it comes soft, you put it on the cast and you use the suction machine to suck it so that it conforms to the shape of the cast. So a foot is already prefabricated, then you assemble the parts together with the socket.
Today I'm working with Astridah. and this is the first time he's putting on a limb. Right now what I'm doing, I'm like now fitting the prosthesis. Okay, this is how we fit the prosthesis. You know what, society looks at her now differently, meaning you're going to give confidence to the child.
She would say, my leg is hurting, I don't really want to put this on, it feels heavy. Also, mentally, she wasn't just ready for it. I remember there was a time after she came in for her first fitting, she came in for the second one, they still needed to do some adjustments. I took her, I sat with her, I started to talk to her about like, hey, there are other people who actually have grown and are living full lives just with a prosthetic leg. I pulled out my phone and was showing her some TikTok videos of some people who actually run in the Olympics with a prosthetic leg, and it kind of like brightened her mood. And then I started asking her, what do you want to do when you're done with school? And she started telling me, I'll probably want to be a nurse and maybe come and work here.
Astridah is having a bit of discomfort, so we're going to just train her using her prosthesis. That's the goal for today.
Actually, I got excited to go see like where she comes from, and it was really far. We had to travel quite far, got lost a bit, but eventually we did find her house and we were welcomed really well.
Ubaba ima baba madandauka omaye maenderapo sama ichosa sa ichosa asoera nayo sojali.
Seeing her at home, and she was just in her element, really happy, seeing her play football, seeing her play with her friends and her sisters, it was really heartwarming.
The more Astridah grows up, the more she becomes aware that she can unlock her potential. Prosthesis has unlocked Astridah's potential.
Just having to see kids like Astridah come in without any hope and being able to get that help is like really amazing. This is why CURE exists. It gives hope to the child that is just like Astridah.